Hey there, folks. Tonight, we're diving into the often murky world of car dealerships. Specifically, we're talking about those recommended services that seem to magically appear every time you take your car in. Now, I'm not saying all dealerships are bad, but let's be honest, there's a reason why used car salesman is often uttered in the same breath as politician or telemarketer. It's an industry rife with potential for, shall we say, creative interpretations of the truth. And unfortunately, women often find themselves on the receiving end of some of the more egregious upselling tactics. Maybe it's the assumption that we don't know a dipstick from a drive shaft, but whatever the reason, it's time to level the playing field. We're going to break down how this system works, why it can be so easily abused, and most importantly, how you can protect yourself from getting taken for a ride. Buckle up, because this is going to be a bumpy one. On the surface, this might seem fair. But here's the catch. It creates an incentive for mechanics to prioritize speed over thoroughness. Why spend hours diagnosing a complex electrical issue when you can knock out 3 oil changes in the same amount of time and make more money? And that, my friends, is where the trouble begins. Because when your paycheck is determined by the number of jobs you complete, there's a temptation to find jobs where none exist. So why the push for frequent oil changes? Profit, my friends, pure and simple. Oil changes are quick, easy, and highly profitable for dealerships. Meanwhile, the truly skilled mechanics, the ones who can rebuild an engine or diagnose a complex electrical problem, are becoming a dying breed. As dealerships focus on high-volume, low-skill services, they are less likely to invest in training and retaining those highly skilled technicians, and that's bad news for everyone because it means we're left with a generation of mechanics who are more adept at upselling air filters than they are at actually fixing your car.
Section 4. Ladies, arm yourselves. A step-by-step guide to dealership visits. All right, enough with the doom and gloom. Let's talk solutions. Ladies, if you're heading to the dealership, here's your step-by-step guide to navigating the treacherous terrain. 1. Know your car. Familiarize yourself with your car's basic maintenance schedule. Check your owner's manual or look it up online. This will help you spot any recommended services that seem out of place. 2. Be clear and specific. When you drop off your car, be crystal clear about what you want done. I'm here for an oil change and a tire rotation. Avoid vague requests like, "It's making a funny noise." 3. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If they recommend additional services, don't be afraid to ask, "What's wrong? Why does it need to be done? Can you show me?" 4. Get a second opinion. If you're unsure about a recommended repair, don't be afraid to get a second opinion from an independent mechanic.
Section 5, real-life scenarios. Spotting and avoiding common scams. Let's put this into practice with a few real-life scenarios.
Scenario 1, the flush-a-thon. You take your car in for an oil change and suddenly they're recommending a transmission flush, a coolant flush, and a power steering flush.
Red flag. These flushes are often unnecessary and can even damage your car if done improperly. Unless you have a specific reason to believe these fluids need to be changed, politely decline.
Scenario 2, the mystery noise. You mention a vague noise and suddenly you need a new alternator, a serpentine belt, and a flux capacitor. Okay, maybe not the last one.
Red flag. Vague noises are difficult to diagnose. Ask them to pinpoint the source of the noise and explain why they believe those repairs are necessary. Section 6, conclusion. Knowledge is power. Advocate for yourself. Look, dealing with car repairs can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. By arming yourself with a little knowledge and a healthy dose of skepticism, you can ensure that you're not taken advantage of. Remember, knowledge is power, so do your research, ask questions, and don't be afraid to push back if something doesn't feel right. And if you encounter any truly egregious examples of dealership shenanigans, well, you know where to find me. That's our show for tonight, folks. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and keep those engines running smoothly. Thanks for watching Tech Wrench Garage. Like, comment and subscribe.